self-improvement is failing most men. Let's go. Self-improvement isn't making men stronger. It's making them addicted to motivation and allergic to action. I feel like self-improvement has become entertainment. Instead of consuming, we should be doing, guys. I feel like it's all over the internet now as well. Like it's a bit of a trend now, isn't it? Like self-improvement. You're seeing all the gym guys. You're seeing like the likes of Andrew Tate and people. Like it's all good. I'm not saying what they're saying is wrong or incorrect. What I'm saying is consuming without action is useless, guys. You know, gaining knowledge without taking the action is not going to help you, unfortunately. So I think what we need to do is consume less. I'm not saying don't consume it at all, but you're probably wasting a lot of time watching podcasts, reels. You know, you're probably just getting your cheap dopamine. Really, it's like another excuse. It's like justifying you going on social media. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be saying to yourself, "Oh, but I'm not consuming useless content. I'm not consuming garbage." But what you are consuming is a waste of time, though, because you're not acting. So what I would recommend is consume less, guys, and act more. You know, self improvement is not entertainment. Learn a little bit, but just act. The most important thing is acting on this one. Which then leads me on to my second point, guys. Motivation is overvalued, discipline is avoided. Are you waiting to feel ready? How long are you going to wait, though? That's the question. Discipline feels boring, motivation feels exciting, I get it. Inconsistency is what destroys discipline, guys. We need to keep going, and being consistent also increases self-belief as well. So we don't need to wait for motivation, guys. Motivation is great when it's here, it's lovely when it's working, but unfortunately it's not here most of the time. But discipline is there. Discipline is not going nowhere. Discipline is with us forever. So show up regardless of how you feel, guys. Set your non-negotiables. Mine are strength training, whole foods, reading, getting my steps in. They get done every day regardless, guys, what I feel. Sometimes, you know, I might read for a little bit less. Sometimes my intensity in the training won't be as hard because I'm tired or I'm lagging, right? But it still gets done. That's discipline. You know, whether it's 10% at 20%, 100% on good days, of course, but the main thing is just getting it done. So leads me to my second point. Mindset is taught without structure. Guys, it's great having positive mindset and being strong mentally and thinking you're going to achieve a lot of things. But without structure, it's not going to happen. You know, without a solid routine, you're not going to make much progress. So guys, remember, being positive is good, but having a strong mindset without structure is just optimism. Find a good routine, structured training, same time work blocks, with everything in a structure and routine, and you'll see that you do it more efficiently, you do it more better, and everything will just flow. Which then leads me on to my fourth point. Fourth point, comfort is marketed as growth. The biggest problem is, guys, avoiding discomfort. Like, unfortunately, we only grow in discomfort. You know, it'd be lovely if we could grow in comfortable environments, but that is not the case. We need to always put ourselves at discomfort, do the uncomfortable, you know, get familiar with the unknown, because most of the time it's the unknown, and what we don't know is what makes us scared, and it's a fear of the unknown. So I would recommend voluntary discomfort as well, discomfort in training, pushing yourself, guys, in a healthy way as well. Don't be going too extreme, but we need discomfort, guys. When you get that feeling of discomfort, you know you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. So keep it going. Any opportunity of discomfort, do it. Just do it. Right, this leads me on to my final point. Men improving alone, which can equal to them quitting alone as well. You know, quitting quietly without knowing. No accountability. Right, I'm not saying you need to shout and tell the world about what you do. You don't have to be like me and create a whole page and share your journey and your life and your transformations and etc. etc. But you know, whether it's a close family member, whether it's your spouse, girlfriend, sibling, it's good to tell people what you're doing sometimes because it holds you to a certain standard, because then you can't go back on your word. If you've told no one, right, unless you've got strong accountability, if you've got strong accountability and you can hold yourself accountable, kudos, well done, right? But this is for most of the people that really can't, you know, like majority of people can't, or if you're just starting out in these kind of things, I would recommend Anyone, just one person. You don't need to tell the world, tell them that, because then otherwise quitting can become invisible, right? Without having anyone to hold you accountable. But what works is, guys, tracking your progress is a good one. I've got that in my planner. When I go through my week, I can see how well I've done just by one glimpse of my habit tracker, which makes up most of my day, like what my training, my steps, my sleep, my diet, my steps. If I not already said that, reading, yeah, all the majority of the things that make up content's one as well. So like it's like a circle. I just colour it in if I've done it. And the majority of the time, if I look at that section of my planner, it's only a small section, Monday to Sunday. I know what I've lacked on, I know what I've well on, and if it's a full wrap, it's a brilliant week, right? But we're not perfect, guys. We're humans, we try our best, but it's good to hold yourself accountable, like in that sense. And sometimes just putting it on paper, you can actually see if you've been slacking. Like I feel like in our own heads, we can make it seem to be like we're not slacking and we're doing more than what we're supposed to be. When it's on paper, you're like, wow, you can actually see the days you'll be slacking, and it makes more sense as well. It's more realistic, And also just having clear rules as well, and yeah, accountability, self-enforce is great as well if you can do it. Self-improvement isn't failing because men are weak. It's failing because it's been turned into a comfort, motivation, consumption thing instead of discipline, structure, and action. Guys, stop consuming, start building, take action right now by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Sort your life out.